I've been muted all day, haven't I? There's something about a whale. Some kind of a space whale? I've been muted since I started typing that Rule 34 stuff. It's been 6 days. I don't think I've ever seen this stream not muted. Alright, go back to the jukebox now. The most relatable joke that's ever been posted in the Discord was the joke about people that stream all the time and people that are streaming for the first time. And both of them muting themselves. Yeah, cut out somewhere around San Diego Zoo Glory Hole? Oh god. Out of all the glory holes I've patroned, that was the one. But no time to talk about that again. We gotta focus on this video game. Is there anything behind this fence? Can I get back there? Doesn't look like it. Gonzalez restaurant. I can't reach that. We might be able to get there at some point. Well, screw you too, camera. Just one more quick little jaunt, just in case. No, it is locked. Alright. I'm out of here. I don't even like this place anymore. Open your chakras while Chris smashes a cop car with a spiked board. Meditate. Alright, to Neely's bar. Car. Windows to smash. Windows to smash. Nothing to smash. Chris, you're playing, Metaphor? Tom keeps telling me it's basically just, Stealth Persona 6. And it sounds like a good time. Sorry, re-Metaphor. Also heard good things. Well, this is my favorite feature. Even if I stomp it into a broken state, it will stay that way. That's perfect. Baldur's Gate 3, replaying it. Sure wish I could show up to a random town in Pennsylvania and start smashing cop cars. You can! Heck, in a few short days, you could potentially go and riot with a bunch of people. I don't even want to joke about that. Yeah, just go to Philadelphia. Never replay it, never even finished a single save. Just like me. I'm proud of you, son. Is there an Eagles game? There's some kind of election, and I think Pennsylvania might be some kind of swing state. Just feels like there could be violence. I don't know. Silent Hill Tavern. I don't really follow this whole news situation that's going on. Who knows what's happening in a few days? Anything could happen. Let's save. I said let's save. Look at the paper! Thank you. Why is Twitch giving me an ad for faux leather leggings? It sounds like you may want some leather leggings. How long have they been in my search history for? Only the movie and Homecoming are based in Centralia. Yeah, we were talking earlier, like, I wasn't sure where this one is, but we did find the Maine Research Institute was mentioned, which does seem to place it in Maine. But Silent Hill's also not a real place when you get right down to it, right? Silent Hill could be anywhere. What other buttons do you want from me? Oh, wait. I know. They did mention a coal mine. Whoa. James is just like, wow. Flashback triggered. Absolutely do not have the body to pull off leggings. I believe in you. It was a Nightmare remake. Nightcore remix of the entire Music Man score.
Park on the lake. We spent the whole day there. Just the two of us staring at the water.
But he did such a good job gluing it. Record rejected! Right. And that's a key, all right. Neely's Bar Key. Alright, we got keypad, we're done with jukebox. We gotta go to Rosewater Park. I love survival horror. I love puzzles that make no sense. See, Silent Hill is nice because given the nature of the place we're in and its like weird psychological element, the puzzles being fucking weird is like, okay. There's an explanation for it. Whether or not you think it's a good explanation, at the very least, like, it's weird brain stuff. You could hand wave some of the weird, stupid puzzles away. Resident Evil, on the other hand, Resident Evil does ask you, the player, to say, hey, you're in a real-world setting. Somebody actively chose to hire contractors to build a lock that requires you to rotate several objects on a pedestal, shine 4 different colored lights at those objects, to form a silhouette of colors on the wall behind it, to trigger a door to open. And it's like, okay, alright. Who? How? Why? I feel like any contractor you hire would be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Resident Evil 2 is the best because it's in a police station. And like, you could just imagine gruff police officers like, hey, McNeely, you got the key of spades? No, I got the key of clubs. Fuck, man, I gotta take a shit. I need the key of clubs. I'm sorry, man, I don't have it. Ask O'Malley. I think O'Malley had that one. Fuck, man, he's upstairs. You know we gotta get 3 different animal heads to put on that chimera to open up that part of the station. Well, if you want to take a shit, buddy, all I can tell you is you gotta get up there. Just perfect. Yeah, it's like, that's not up to fire code. Wait a minute. Was I supposed to push it and then climb up there? Wasn't it already in this area? Evil Within had the best puzzles. And that's another one where you're like, that's a weird puzzle. It's like, well, we're inside a crazy person's brain. I think we could all accept this puzzle. But Resident Evil will always be the funny one to me. It's a police station, not the fire department. I don't know, man. Maybe it's in the secret tunnels underneath the place that connects to the gun store for whatever reason. Man, all I want to do is take a shit. Why has it gotta be so hot? This is the most uncomfortable move a rolling platform experience I've ever had. God damn. What was the thing, rusty? Hey, yo, where's the rook piece? The what? The rook piece! The chest thing! I gotta clock in! I don't know, man. Ask O'Malley. I'm tired of looking for the fucking thing. I'll leave a note for the next guy who needs to take a shit. I don't know. Like, I'm so sad that Leon arrives the day of the apocalypse, because had Leon arrived a few days later, just a few days earlier, he would have gotten an orientation. An orientation would have been the single best video game experience of my life. Just a bunch of people trying to explain to him, like, alright, so some of the building, you're gonna notice it has a club or a spade or a diamond. And there's a corresponding key to that one, so you know. If you want to go in there, you gotta find that key. By the way, there are several devices that are gonna require you to find statue pieces. I'll be on the lookout for that one. It'd be like an Aperture desk job, yeah. He came back after you left. It's fine, he didn't try anything. He just seemed sad. Mumbled something about getting out of town with someone. I wasn't gonna let him drive in his condition, so I locked him out. His car should be out back. Maybe check if it's still there by morning. It's the greenish-blue one. Plate number ending with 06, I think. Greenish-blue, plate 06. Make a note. Alright. Hello, other part of town. Wait. Other part of town? Did this actually get me access to anything? Probably just the car I need, right? Oh, that's a red car, but it does end in a 06. Smash all the windows. What do you suppose this town smells like? Probably like rusted metal and blood. Are there any smells you guys miss from, like, if you've moved or you live in a different location? Do you find yourself thinking, like, I don't smell blank anymore? I sometimes think about sounds I don't hear. I feel like seagulls, the sound of seagulls is something that I weirdly miss. The smell of cut grass. Yeah, if you're in a city, that's probably a smell that's not around very much anymore. Like, the smell of ocean spray, like just sea mist, I kind of miss that one. Cut grass, but I do get cut grass from time to time out this way. But I think it's the sound of seagulls, that's the one for me. The quiet hush of heavy snow late at night, that I definitely still get out here. Smell of rain for you. Leaves from the fall/autumn, I get that one still, which I'm happy about. I'm not much of like a city person. I don't think I would want to live in a city. When I visit a city, I do love the aspects of the city. But I really like the quiet of the relative, like, countryside-esque location I find myself in. And I also rather enjoy... Oh, big stretch. The leaves and snow. Something eerily peaceful about looking out across a snow-covered landscape basking in silence. Oh, hell yeah, there is. I talked about this before, but recently, out this way, in New England, we have had, like, 80-degree weather, but it's been 80-degree weather in a heavy, like, mid-autumn situation. All the leaves have fallen. So I would walk out of the house, I would smell the leaves on the ground. I would see the leaves on the ground. But the weather was summer weather. It's been, like... It's been such a discordant mess that my brain actually doesn't like it. It, like, hurts my head. What's a snow? Oh, a snow is the most magical thing, Master Kratos. The most magical thing. Imagine a white candy falling from the sky, just making everything quiet and nice and white. Wonderful stuff, Master Kratos. Wonderful stuff. Truly magical. Don't get a lot of petrichor around here. Used to when you're growing up. Smell of, like, rain on the grounds. Like... my cocaine. Summer weather and fall. Yeah, it's been fucking weird. How'd you know that was under there? Lord, 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 there's more than two. Ain't gonna pass up a chance to break a window in a car. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Outback. Greenish blue, plate number ending in 06. I feel like we found the car, but it was the jacket next to the car that was important. You know what you missed? The smell of a thunderstorm. Do you not get the smell, like, the ozone-y thunderstormy smell? New England doesn't have 4 seasons. They have winter, road construction, road construction, and road construction. My particular part of New England has winter, road work, but also, like, this is weirdly borderline a fucking jungle out here, like an Amazon rainforest situation. And in the summer, it is super, super humid. Do I get? Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I thought California would get a storm from time to time, but I guess you don't get enough water for that. I'm sorry. You're missing out. Storms are great. We get fires and earthquakes. What are you tracking, motherfucker? We got fucking input read next, you bitch. Come here. There are portions of New England that I believe are a temperate rainforest. Like, the humidity levels make it technically a temperate rainforest, I think. I might be wrong, but I feel like I remember learning that at one point. Alright, yeah, it was just for his jacket. That is the car we wanted. Wherever I go, there must be rain. Nothing like the sound of rain on the roof. I can't sleep without the sound of rain, so when I go to bed, I have programmed the garbage in my room. I will say, like, keyword, bedtime, and it will automatically turn off the lights and start playing very loud thunderstorm noises. I need that shit. Alright, I murdered them all, found the thing I was looking for. Extra foggy here. Now, why did I want this? No, no, no! Ooh, I can do it. I can interrupt myself. I love that you keep doing exclamation mark, the name of the robot. I don't have speakers in my room.
New orders, Agent 47, Alexa, bedtime.
I only have headphones in my room. No speakers. Woodside Apartments, alright. Yeah, right. It's my computer. Literally 0 speakers. I figure, like, why bother? Why bother? Why not just put headphones on? we're going to Woodside Apartments. Woodside Apartments. There they are. Yellow bedtime, please. Yellow bedtime. I should pay Jimmy to walk into your room with his phone speakers all the way up. He's asleep right now. He had to go to bed hours. He's going to be literally waking up to go to work in the next hour. The poor fucking bastard. Look, I'm typing my phone, okay? I never am making these jokes in a bad, like in a mean-spirited way. When you guys have typos, I just love reading them out loud in a literal way. It just makes me giggle. Never trying to shame anybody. But it always tickles me pink to just read it out as if that's what you meant. Not playing games on a sweet CRT monitor as speakers mounted on the sides? I wish. I regret not holding on to a CRT monitor. Leave Crizzle is to type one-handed. We haven't even found the nurses yet. God, we're so real for that. Get one of those rear projection monitors that weigh like 100 pounds. Can't remember the model name, but we had one of those Sony CRT TVs, like the giant, weighs a fucking 100-pound ones. It was a hand-me-down from a friend of mine. Super nice. And like eventually we got rid of it for a flat screen in the house. And it was a huge pain in the ass to get rid of that thing. And then like a couple years after it was gone, I had so many regrets. Cause like, you plug a Super Nintendo into a flat screen TV, looks like garbage. Looks like garbage. My brother has excitedly told me he's already pre-ordered his, shit, what's it called? Retro 64? That's not right. Hold on. He pre-ordered the, like, the 4K upscaled N64 thing that comes with, like, all these fun features that kind of give it that warm CRT glow. You could look it up. I'll tell you the name here. Analog 3D, it's called. The Analog 3D. It's like the perfect way to experience an N64 in the modern day. And as tempted as I am, $250 to play N64 games. I spent too much money on Magic cards this past, like, 2 months. I can't afford. I can't afford to buy a $250 N64. But it's all regions, which is incredibly tempting. I do have these, like, weirdo N64 games I got in Japan that I would love to stream at some point. And I have the means now, I think. I got, like, this weird little thing that'll let me convert the N64. We might be able to make it happen, but it's gonna look like garbage. There's an entertainment center in my place that came with it, and I know why. That thing weighs, yeah, it's very heavy. Those kind of TVs are weighty. Maybe if you were to set a community goal. I mean, if folks are curious about doing some N64 stuff, we could put something together. In response to your complaint regarding the gunshots coming from apartment 217, we paid a visit to the tenant, and he assured us that he does not own any firearms. He was fully cooperative and granted us access to the apartment. True to his word, we did not find any weapons or traces of using one. What's the name of this console? Analog 3D. The Analog 3D. It sounds like a modern marvel of technology, all to create a way to play N64 games. Should the noises persist, please inform the janitor. Sincerely, Woodside Apartments Administration. We could have a new cursed wheel. Like, when I was in Japan, I just grabbed a bunch of, sounds like a lot of effort to get Chris to play Tora. Like, I do have all my N64 games lying around. Probably not all of them. A decent amount of them are lying around. We could literally play a bunch of N64. But, like, they don't emulate super great. It was easier than trying to make a new vacuum tube for TVs. Yeah. Hello there, what are you? Woodside Apartments first... Oh, the fact that this is a map that I could pick up makes me feel like they really made the apartments bigger than they were in the first game. The original game, I should say. Is it licensed by Nintendo, or is it going to get shut down like Yuzu and the other... It is not an emulator. That's the thing. This is literally an N64. It does nothing if you don't plug an N64 cartridge into it. Which means there's nothing for Nintendo to shut down. Which is kind of wild. You never know. Like, Nintendo doesn't actively make, manufacture, and sell N64s anymore. There's nothing for them to sue here. Nothing they can sue. They can't shut it down, I don't think. It's not impeding any of their sales. You're thieves of joy. Dolphin, yeah, Yuzu and Dolphin. Yuzu is the Switch one. Dolphin's the GameCube one and the Wii one, right? Chris, it's Nintendo. Oh, I know. Believe me, I know their litigious ways, but I believe there's nothing they could do in this situation. Because specifically, like, this is all homemade stuff. They're not, like, using any of their proprietary stuff at this point. I believe the Analog 3D is perfectly in the clear. 3 bright coins in the oh, I'll read it later, I guess. Alright, 3 bright coins in the 5 holes be. First sits the maiden underneath the tree. The wind from behind the maiden doth blow. A beautiful flower alone has to grow. And here comes the man, so sleek and so fine. In the pale moonlight his eyes doth shine. Yeah, I use Project 64 when we're doing Chaos Mario. I still use Project 64. It's perfect for Chaos Mario. Perfect for Chaos Mario. Bing, 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 bing. I don't think of it being dead. Your son's been playing a lot of Mario 64. I mean, if you're gonna play a Mario game, I feel like that's the one you want to start with, because if you come to it later on, you're gonna be like Andrew. Andrew hates Mario 64. Which just, it confuses and saddens me that he hates it as much as he does. But he came to it, and he can't get past the controls of it, and like, the weird old game jank and friction. But it saddens me so, because it is one of my favorite games of all time. But if you start as a young kid, you won't have that kind of friction. Who's Andrew, and why are we disowning him? Andrew is, if you go on the YouTube and you watch the screen-to-screen series we have on there, where we, like, do, essentially, like, pitches for movies. Most of them are like, how do you adapt this video game? Or what would you do with the sequel to this property? He's the other voice in there with me. Andrew's also the man who designed the Schrodingus logo we use. He's also the co-host on Do or Die Jabu. Like, a lot of the YouTube stuff that has 2 people, he's the other voice. He's the YouTube co-host. Gotta try all the doors. Huh. You're paying him royalties, right? Of course. I think there's nowhere for me to go but upstairs? Yeah, locked door, in, outs. What's the red square mean? Coin cabinet. So circle's the coin cabinet. I think a red line means a door that is locked that may eventually unlock? That's what I want to say that means. The squiggly lines, I believe, are this is impassable. Yeah, so this is just dead ends. And similarly across from us, eventually unlocked. Alright. This has been informative. But that does mean going upstairs is the way to go. Schrodingus. You thought it's like a single word pronunciation. I mean, it is a single word. These are called syllables. We're using syllables. Trying to... Oh, that big red square is a save point. Oh, I'm learning what the signs mean. But it's pronounced Schrodingus because Schrodinger's, as in Schrodinger's cat, and dingus, as in a dingus. Schrodingus. I don't know how I would do it without having a bit of a syllabic
Hello?
pause in there.
Is anyone there?
Maybe a little looking around on this floor? You used to think you just had a derpy cat at your house. No, Shake the Box was an idea I had a million years ago. Not necessarily like content creation, but the idea of something being called Shake the Box was an amusing joke in my mind. Mostly in the form of like, alright, you got the stupid business vernacular of put the box on the table, open the box, all that kind of garbage, think outside the box, all that fun stuff. And then Schrodinger's cats. So putting a cat in that box and then shaking it. Is the cat alive? Is the cat dead? That was the germ. The germ of the idea that became Shake the Box. I always wanted to do something with it. And then it turned into this. Having you on two screens with both streams in perfect sync is a trip. Hard syllable on Gus instead of Shro. Schrodingus. Oh, okay, alright. Finally! It's all I've ever wanted! Ah! God damn, it hurts! Come here, legs! Fucking Lord! That hurt!
These clothes.
These clothes. What about those clothes, James? Yeah, shoot! It's a key to the shoot crabs. But I hate shoot crabs. I try to avoid doing areas that have shoot crabs. Their clothes, my god. This shirt is on fire. I'll teach you. Being a mirror in my presence. Be funny if the camera faded to black and Jimmy was wearing them. God, I wish. Oh, I feel pretty good about this room being done. Whoop. I said whoop. Whoop, there we go. Quick turn button was like, nah, I'm on break. Nope, not that key. 7 years of bad luck now. I think Jimmy can handle it. He could hack some bad luck, right, Jimmy? Please, no. Please. Please, God. Let's go up another flight. Floor 3. You see, without a doorknob, I feel like this would open pretty readily. What's holding it closed if there's no doorknob? The mechanism that holds the latch inside is attached to that doorknob. If that doorknob's gone, that's openable. Bullets! Good sign that the person that said they didn't have a gun was lying. It looks like the deadbolt hole is empty too. Yeah, look at that. Both parts are missing. Yeah, if it were planked over on the other side, that would do it. If the door were given spray-a-brain and then somehow contracted iron shanks, that would probably do it. That might keep them out. Alright, we have a new key. One of these red doors. Potentially we could use this key here. One of them! Which fucking one, I don't know. Huh. My radio's making noises. Hey, this one. Better not be any shoot crabs out here. I hate shoot crabs. Hello? Is anybody out here? Please, do not startle me. You know, a movie I want to rewatch, and I think it's on some streaming service at this point. I gotta rewatch Longlegs. I very much enjoyed that one in the theater. I'd like to rewatch that. Nicolas Cage does a very good weird man in that movie. Warning! Garbage chute out of order! Please do not use until the problem's solved! Talking about you, Frank! Don't do it! Fine, don't break that one window. Alright, James, if that is your real name. Time to awkwardly move this thing. Pretty sure we could have climbed in here without you moving. It just falls apart when you put it in the right position. My job here is done. Locaine siblings murder. Perpetrator commits suicide in custody. Walter Sullivan, the culprit in a recent homicide case, was found dead, having taken his own life in the morning of the 22nd in his jail cell. According to the police statement, Sullivan's death was caused by blood loss, resulting from severing his carotid artery with a soup spoon buried 2 inches in his neck. That's impressive. Sullivan was apprehended on the 18th of this month on account of brutally murdering Billy and Miriam Locaine. Even though Walter Sullivan did not strike a former schoolmate from his hometown of Pleasant River as someone capable of murdering children, the schoolmate admits to having witnessed Sullivan in a state of severe paranoia shortly before his arrest. He was blurting out all sorts of strange stuff, like he's trying to kill me, he's trying to punish me, the monster, the red devil, forgive me, I did it, but it wasn't me, he recounts. I guess now that I think of it, he was kind of crazy, the schoolmate concludes. Damn, yo, just threw him under the bus like that? He wasn't crazy. Well, now I think about it. You know what? No, he was. Bullets. A gun with 1 bullet in it. There's something scary nearby. The radio's saying so. I know it's here somewhere. Can't flush the toilet. It's gotta be behind one of these doors. That time I got thrown under the bus, and now I have a slave harem in another world. The isekai genre has got a problem, and that problem is a willingness to engage in slavery. It's a bad part of the genre. There we go. It was just a bug. It was just a bug. Just the one problem. Hey, the bad writing is not a problem. That's a feature. Man, I know it goes in cycles, and, you know, trends are followed. Oh, come on! Anyway. The current popular trend is isekai stories. And that's okay, because I love dogshit isekai shows. You give me an overpowered protagonist and zero tension whatsoever, I'm gonna have a good time. I love that garbage. I watch a bunch of them. But, that said, the genre that I like the most is the slice of life genre. And we're getting none of them these days, because we're only getting isekais. That slots has overtaken my favorite genre, and I long for pointless bullshit shows. I just love people doing nothing in a slice of life show. I need them to come back. But that's what the genre is the thing. Like, it's just... Almost all the isekai shows are they're adapting stories that were posted on the website, so you want to be a novelist. And they're all off that one website, and they're all just weird, dumb, like, male fantasies. And again, I like a bunch of them. So, like, Anime Friends or Anime Seinfelds? Kind of, but even, like, those had, you know... They had stakes to them, those shows. They were shows about nothing, but they would be shows about nothing with stakes. If you want to watch a show that is a solid contender for a slice of life anime, I would recommend Eurocamp, which is a show about people camping. There's nothing to it. It's part of a genre called a healing genre. Because these are shows that are just great ways to, like, relieve stress and unwind. So you're just watching, like, cute characters doing cute things, and there's comedy. That's all it is. I'm getting turned around in this dark-ass apartment. I mean, we are going to get another season of Free Run, and I am very much ready for more Free Run. I'm also ready for more Delicious in Dungeon. Both fantastic shows, but those are like standard fantasy genres. Well, not standard. They both do some pretty stellar stuff. Unlock the door. Reach toward the bar. The bar that's directly in front of the... Jimmy! 3 bars to the right, you stupid fuck!
Wait! Damn it.
What's wrong with you? You have a stick with nails in it! Use your stick, Jimmy! You watched the first couple episodes of Delicious in Dungeon? I I cannot advocate enough that you watch more of that show. It only gets better. Delicious in Dungeon has some of the best character writing that you're gonna see. Like, you might think I'm crazy saying that if you only watch the first, like, few episodes, but my goodness. By the end, you will have strong feelings about these characters. And it goes in some places. Wait. Question mark up ahead and on the right. That's the garbage chute. I should be able to get to the key, right? Yeah, garbage chute's here. This is just a question mark. Whoop. Skip to the ending. You sicko. Where's the joy in that? You gotta go. You gotta take the trip to get to the ending. That's the important part. Could have had this key already, you dumbass. Yeah, part of the joy of the free run anime is the vibes of it. Like, I know the manga for free run's good. I've only read, like, the first couple of chapters. And at this point, I am not going to read anymore because I want to take the journey in the anime. The soundtrack is phenomenal. The animation's great. They got some excellent voice actors in there. Sometimes that happens for me. It's like, no, I could read this, but now I'm invested in this version, and I don't want to spoil myself. What you got there, hand? The golden apple. Oh yeah, the manga has... When we say vibes, though, like, the vibes include the music. Like, that show has such a stellar soundtrack. I don't think I could read the manga without playing that soundtrack in the background. Why did that kid kick the key away from us? They're a little jerk. Also, they probably saw the fact that, like, we had 3 bars in front of us. The key was over here on, like, this side. James was reaching over here and trying to, like, bend his arm. He only had to move a few over. He could have reached it. Also, plank! We have a stick! Humans have been using the mighty stick to reach things that are out of range for millennia. No, don't get up. I insist. I know, I've been enjoying the anime. I know I haven't read the manga, but I think it's been doing a great job. No complaints from me. I look forward to the next season for both that and Delicious in Dungeon. This season, the big winner is very clearly Dan to Dan. Weirdly, I think my second favorite show is a show that the premise of the show is literally a lie. The name of the show is I accidentally attended an all-male mixer. And the synopsis of the show is when character name is invited to a mixer with two of his friends, he's shocked to find out there's only boys at the mixer. That is that's a lie. It's a fabrication. The writer's room made that one up. None of that is true. The show is about three men who go to a mixer, and there are three women there who work at a drag bar. They dress as men when they go to work. And this is just a show about one man who cannot get past the fact that he is attracted to a woman who's dressed like a man, and he's freaking out about his sexuality, which is always funny. The main character is just awkward. He's just an awkward dude. And the third dude is a golden retriever who doesn't have a problem with anything that's going on, and he's just along for the ride. And it's a pretty good comedy. But I love that the name of the show and the synopsis of the show are both outright lies. It's very funny to me. I hope we get a whole new... I hope we get a full soundtrack for the next season. Being the filthy manga nerd. Hey, we all enjoy manga here. Mighty Odin, myself, Gomper, we all read manga. It's just a matter of preference. Is this on Crunchyroll? I believe it's a Crunchyroll show, yes. I think there's only one show I'm watching on High Dive right now. I'm pretty sure it's on Crunchyroll. Shoot me a message in Discord and I'll find out for sure and give you a direct link to it if you need. But you could probably find it just by browsing the simulcast. But sometimes if you read a thing before you watch it, like I read Dan to Dan. I'm not fully caught up on Dan to Dan, but I've read a good amount of Dan to Dan. And it's enjoyable watching the anime adaptation, but part of me almost wishes I hadn't read it, just so I could experience it for the first time in this format. Sometimes that just happens. It's not all the time, it's just sometimes. Can you have the name? I don't remember the name is the problem, but it's like loosely in the ballpark of I attended an all-male mixer, something like that. Accidentally attended a mixer with only boys. Look for something like that. Please deliver these to Mrs. Millie from 102. I'm really worried about her. She's been cooped up all alone with her with his belongings for days on end. She won't even move them, and God forbid anyone else touches them. It's breaking my heart just thinking about it. Well, like, weirdly, that has been maybe my second favorite show of the season. It's just a consistently fun comedy. The voice acting in a show will go a long way for me, and that show has some good voice acting. A lot of good freaking out screams, which is my favorite part of most anime. This is not a door? No. I mean, yes, it is a door, but it's not a door we're going in. I should give my top 5 list in the Discord at some point soon. So we got the golden apple. We also got a key for the second floor now. Nope, that's not the button I wanted. That's the button I wanted. What is going on in the background right now? That was a lot of weird colors and flashing lights. It may have a similar use. Second floor hallway key. I think that's where we're going now. Second floor hallway. Yeah, second floor hallway. What time is it? 1:30? My tummy is a grumbling butt. I'll go a little bit more. Maybe like a half an hour more. Dragon Ball Daima. I watched the first episode. I haven't seen more than that yet. But boy was I shocked that that show picks up at basically the arc I watched the most of when I was a kid. The Majin Buu arc when I was a kid growing up. Like, that was what was on TV when I would get home from school, was that arc. And the fact that this show picks up right after that is amazing. I mean, it takes place well past that, but like, that's the jumping off point narratively is the fucking Majin Buu arc. That's wild to me. Bonkers stuff. Wait, have I been in this hallway before? I feel like I've been up here before, because there's a dead body on the ground that I beat to death. Right? Maybe the collusion can freak out sometimes in this game. Oh, radio's turning on. Something's going on down here. Some kind of spook. Is he at the laundry room? Climb on in, buddy. Climb on in. Don't climb in. Don't do it. I don't know what to tell you, James. You gotta climb in. It's the only way. Not coming up in the simulcast section? Yeah, like I said, remind me in Discord. I'll find out where I've been watching for you. It could be it's High Dive, but I think it was Crunchyroll. No, actually, maybe it is, in fact, High Dive. Pretty sure Pyramid Head's at the end of this hallway, if they're gonna go and be faithful to the first game. I'm gonna ignore him. I'm not gonna go look at him. Yeah, it might be a High Dive show. Ooh, soundtrack. What are you doing? You all right there, James? You had a weird little moment. Oh yeah, I mean, these apartments are already much bigger than I remember them being. And I hear it got changed quite a bit. I wouldn't be surprised if we still got our... Because it wasn't when you first, like, fight him or anything. It was a little encounter. You gotta look at him. On the other side of some bars in the apartment. It was your first, peek. First peek at the scary Pyramid Head man. Am I facing the right way for it? No. Yeah, look. There he is. See, it's your first little peek at Pyramid Head. They kept that the same. Isn't something like you were hiding in a closet and assaults another monster? Is that the first time you see him in 2? Don't you get a little peek at him through bars first? Again, I haven't played it in a long-ass time. I could definitely be misremembering. Day the Dan, Season 2. Oh yeah, Shangri-La came back! I forgot Shangri-La was back. I gotta watch that. Due to the ongoing renovation works, tenants are asked to keep out of the 3rd floor of the building. Sincerely, Woodside Apartment Administration. Golden apple handle doesn't work here. But him messing up a nurse would happen later on in the hospital. Because it's a nurse he attacks. I think that's like your 2nd time, maybe 3rd time encountering him, right? It wasn't a nurse, it was a mannequin. Ah, well, never mind. Have a good night, Nara. Sleep well. Getting a lot of bolts here. A lot of gunshot holes in the walls here, bullet holes. Gunshot holes. Pleasant dreams, Nara. Pleasant dreams. Dream of beautiful, beautiful Silent Hill. Aegon with one bullet in it. Freeze. Hold on. No, don't shoot. Oh, okay, that's good use of the adaptive trigger here. Man, I do love the adaptive trigger on the PlayStation 5 controller. Wish more games took advantage of the feature. Alright, alright. Little circle around 212, circle around 201. Guessing it wants me to go in those doors. No one make great use of the adaptive triggers. A Bloodborne sequel, hell yeah it would. You have to tell me twice. Alright, I think a circle means it's a door with a key that we could find, maybe? I don't know. But this door is just a red line, which means we can't open it. Well, your mistake is that you included the word strategy. They don't have one of those. If there's one consistent thing between the various heads of the Hydra that is Sony, because they're all fairly independent from each other, there's one consistent part. They are insane. They make choices that make no sense. Sony Pictures is a movie factory for lunatics. There's one official PC copy of Bloodborne. From Software is the sole owner of it. It'll never see the light of day. See, the problem is, if From Software was in charge of that, we would have it. But the Bloodborne IP is not owned by FromSoft. It's owned by Sony. And that's why we don't get our beautiful, beautiful baby. 212, there we go. Our beautiful Bloodborne baby. Sony, the bastards, just don't want to put it out there. The rest of their goddamn library, they keep putting on PC. My fear is that they're going to not do the PC, but they're going to release a Bloodborne remaster for the stupid PS5 Pro, or whatever the fucking name is. I hate Pro. Pro console releases are stupid, and I hate them. Let's have an intermediary console. Fuck off. You make one, and when it's done, you make another one. Don't just fucking like, alright, well here's a game that'll run it like this version on this console and this version on this console. No. Stop it. No pro consoles. Just release the one fucking version. I'm a little bit more forgiving of something like the Nintendo Switch has the stupid handheld release that's only a handheld console, like, whatever. That's different enough, I guess. But I can't stand this, like, marginal increase in processing power. Now give us $5 million. Go fuck yourself. God damn you. I mean, if a Bloodborne 2 happens, it'd be through Sony. Sony owns the IP. I mean, that's a whole nother can of stupid worms. The fact that the Pro doesn't come with a disk drive. My god. My god. Fills me with rage. Being conditioned to accept a relationship with a publisher that's not normal or healthy. I ain't accepting that shit. I'm angry about it. Careers, humble beginnings. Flip 7. I think we're done here. Wait. What did I get in here? Strange photo. Why was this room important? Steam Deck is pretty nice. One day I might look into getting a Steam Deck. A Steam Deck? But if I were going to spend that kind of money, I'd rather spend it on parts for my computer than a small computer that I hold in my hand. I don't think I have the amount of traveling necessary to make that a truly worthwhile purchase. I'm already at a point where I can play my computer in my room, and if I want to play it in the living room, I have a Steam Link. I can just play it on the TV in the living room. I don't really need a handheld version. If I had a bit more mobility in my life, like I was going more places, I would definitely get it. You would pass it down and get the new version? Makes sense to me. Hey! It's a Dark Souls game. We open a shortcut. When I'm away from my computer, I doom scroll Reddit. As long as you got something you can do. What are you doing? Stomp on him and stuff. Why are we not stomping on this one? I don't understand. Is it so dead it's unstompable? That raises so many questions about every other one I fought. Oh, come on! I mean, I've been stomping on him. That seems to have been fairly permanent. But now I'm questioning everything else. Playing a game where the reload button doesn't throw all the bullets away in the clip. Because I've been playing a lot of Helldivers too, and when you reload, whatever's left in the clip is just gone forever. It's very refreshing having a character that's like, I'll keep these bullets. It's nice, it's nice. Nice to keep the bullets. No, we just came out here to enjoy the scenery? Alright. Alright, been through the bathroom. Been through this room. I think we're just good here. Now it's heading this way. Around the corner. One more room to look at. The dilapidated apartment building of this game is giving me weird Half-Life 2 vibes for when you go through the abandoned apartments. You must think I'm cool, but this prison is of your making. The choice was yours. Watch you make it over and over and over and over again. This time's not going to be any different. I'll be here watching. Oh. Would you like a ball? In a peephole. Alright, that's a weird room. Weird little peephole. Why'd I see my name? No, no! God damn it! The button for read, when I see notes on walls, I hit triangle. Right where the rooftops pierce through the night. Left are homebound footprints with no owner in sight. But has he found home? Oh, please pray tell. Or a river of memories leading right to his hell. Really getting into the themes of the game here, huh, guys? I'm so annoyed. I've wasted so many health potions. 11. Any other numbers on a wall here? That looks pretty 11-y right there. I might accept that as a number we need. Is the poem supposed to be a clue? Almost certainly. Right, left. Brute force it. Ignore the poem. Right, rooftops, left footsteps, home river. The disk drive thing is particularly malicious. It's only because Sony would do... Only something Sony would do because they also publish games. I 100% agree with you. Okay, there's 7. 7's home. Yeah, 11 looks like the river. So we got 7 for home, 11 for river. Where the hell's rooftops? Maybe up here? Like, selling it as a separate add-on for additional money is just disgusting. Yeah, we're looking for that next number. We got our 11, we got a 7. Oh, there it is. Rooftops is 13. 13. So 7, 11, 13. What order? Rooftop, so right 13. Left footprints. Was footprints 7? Shit, I forgot where I found 7 now. There it is. Footprints is 7. I mean, it does have a home, but it also has footprints. Maybe it's both. Those are clearly footsteps right there. Oh, ah, shit. 13? Nope. It was 13, 7, 11. The man coin. The sword coin. And a key. Nice touch making those particular numbers and symbols a little brighter when your flashlight went over them. 13 7-Elevens. As long as they're the newer Japanese-owned 7-Elevens, get those delicious egg salad sandos. Sounds like a lot to have in one place. It's called market saturation. Two small... Alright, the second floor is small staircase key. So the Japanese company 7-Eleven Holdings purchased the American branch of 7-Eleven recently. And the idea is to slowly incorporate the Japanese stuff into the stateside 7-Elevens. So some locations now have like fresh food and stuff, and not just hot dogs that have been spinning on a reheater for 7 years, which is pretty sweet. As someone who doesn't have a single 7-Eleven anywhere nearby while I'm out here in Massachusetts, not the most exciting thing for me. But I just appreciate that it will be better. Better is nice. Like, I grew up in a shithole suburb. That's where 7-Elevens thrive in America, I thought. Because from my home on Long Island, there were like 3 7-Elevens I could think of getting to. One in walking distance. Our suburb was not shitty. Depends on which part we're talking about. I mean, Brentwood's not exactly considered a great area. So not that door. I thought that was the second floor staircase I had a key to. Key to opening a small staircase door on the second floor of the Woodside Apartments building. Yeah, you grew up in Brentwood. I don't think most people would think of Brentwood as being, like, a particularly nice suburb. You can come visit me in Compton if you want to talk. But is that a suburb? Is Compton a suburb? I thought Compton was more of a big old chunk of city. But I've never been out there. I know nothing about Los Angeles. Los Angeles is just one sprawl suburb. Weird. Alright, it's 2 o'clock. I am a hungry man. I'm gonna head down these stairs, save my game. Brentwood had some problems, but it was overall pretty nice. Depending on when we're talking about, I still like Brentwood, but it definitely had its share of problems. I feel like when you're like, Brentwood had some problems. The problems were occasionally people would be murdered and their bodies be left in the sumps. Like, MS-13 murdered some people. That's a problem. But like other suburbs, their problems are like gentrification or fucking homeowners associations are assholes. Yes, I didn't live in Brentwood. I just went to school in Brentwood. Was over in formerly Bayshore, now Baywood, I think they call it now. They changed the name, like there was a redistricting. It's very weird. Alright, I've saved my game. I am gonna go have dinner.